What's up guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to make a gaming video. Grab this gun, we go downstairs and... Okay, here we go. There we go. Boom, that's a kill for us. There we go. Corner and boom. Kill. No. Reloading. Oh! Got him. Oh, okay, they got us. We're almost dead, but so were they. One more hit. That's how we do it. Now we go when we take their stuff. Let's get started. So we are going to open up KineMaster. Once it's open, we're going to create a new project, 16 by 9 to get that widescreen video. Now to bring in our footage, we're going to click on Media and choose the folder where you have your gameplay footage. And here we are. I have 1, 2, 3 gameplay footage videos and a nice picture of myself. So first tap on the footage that you want to bring in. Now the first thing I'm going to do is find the beginning and end of my video and I'm going to trim it. So I'm going to scrub through and find the point where I want my video to end. Then I'm going to click on the clip, click on the scissors to trim, and trim to right of playhead. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the beginning. I'm going to scrub through, find the point that I want my video to start right here, and I'm going to click trim to left of playhead. Now we're going to find the spot that we want to slow-mo our video. So we're going to bring our playhead to the exact moment we want it to start doing slow motion. We're going to click on the clip, click on the scissors, and split at playhead. Now we're going to go to the end of the slow-mo where I want it to jump back into normal speed. We're going to click on the clip and click trim, split at playhead. Now I will click on the middle part, which is the part I want to slow-mo, and we'll click on speed and bring it down to about 0.5, so about 50%. You can choose to keep the pitch if you would like for your audio. So now we're ready to bring in our video commentary. Now there's two ways to do this. One way is to click on layer and bring in your media. And you can choose the folder where your video is located. The second way is to record through the camcorder straight through the app. Hey look, it's me. If you decide to go this way, after you're finished recording, click use as layer. If you want to go the other way, again we click on layer, media, and then you can bring in your pre-recorded footage. Now that we've imported our commentary video, the first thing we're going to do is crop it. So we're going to find the cropping tool. We're going to bring it in from the right as well as the left. If you like, we can add a mask and a shape. I chose to bring in the square with the rounded edges. If you'd like, you can feather it. I'm going to bring it up all the way to 50. Now we can position it where we would like it placed over our video. I'm going to scale it down just a little bit and bring it back into the corner. So now I'm going to trim the commentary video so that it starts when I'm talking. I'm going to click and drag the end and bring it up. And I'm going to scoot the whole clip over by clicking, holding, and dragging. Now the start of my commentary is at the start of the video. I'm going to watch it to make sure it looks right. Okay, here we go. There we go. Boom, that's a kill for us. There we go. I notice at the end my audio fades out and I don't want that. So I'm going to go into the settings and under audio, I'm going to turn off audio fade out. Now it's time to add the effects to our slow-mo clip. So we're going to scrub over until we get to the beginning of our slow-mo spot. And we're going to do a few different things. The first is to bring in a black screen, which we're going to use to darken and really bring out the spotlight. I just went to Google and downloaded a black screen. You can bring it in by clicking layer, media, and finding the folder where you downloaded your black screen. Once that's brought in, we're going to make it full screen, and we're going to send to back so that our black screen doesn't interfere with our gaming commentary. Next, we're going to lower the alpha, or the opacity. I chose around 35%. Next, we want our darkening of the screen effect to fade in and out, so we're going to click on the black picture and click in animation. We're going to choose fade. Now we're going to do the same with the out animation and click fade. You can also adjust the speed of the transition. So I'm going to lower it from 1 second to about half a second to fade in. Same with the out animation. Next I'm going to trim the black so that it only shows up during the slow-mo part. Now the next effect is going to be a spotlight. So we're going to click on layer and then overlay. Now the effects we're going to be using is called limelights. I don't have it downloaded yet, so we're going to click on get more. And in the asset store, under animation, we can find Limelight. We're going to click and download. Once it's installed, we can go back. And now we can choose Limelight. It's up to you, but I chose the yellow spotlight because I think that best fits our scene. Now we're going to scale down the spotlight so it fits perfectly over our enemy. We're going to rotate it and position it perfectly. Just like our black picture, we want it to fade in and out. So we're going to click on Limelight and click on the in animation icon and choose Fade. Same thing, we're going to lower it down to half a second, and we're going to do the same thing for the outro. And then we're going to trim it so it lasts only the duration of the slow motion. Next, we're going to keyframe the spotlight so that it stays over our enemy as he moves. To do this, we're going to click on the keyframe icon on the left. And to make this a little bit easier, we're going to expand the timeline by clicking on the icon on the left, and we're going to zoom in so that it makes our life a lot easier when keyframing. Now we're going to go to the beginning of our limelight effect, and we're going to position it so it's perfectly where we want it over our enemy. Now, back under the keyframing, we're going to scrub forward just a little bit and choose our next location. So this process just requires us to scrub forward a little bit and move it, and keyframing does the magic. And keyframing is great because you don't have to do it frame by frame because that would take forever. Instead, you can choose your major points of where you want your spotlight to be, and keyframing will do the rest. So we're going to scrub through and move the spotlight to follow our enemy. It's looking good. The last thing I'm going to do is trim both the gameplay footage and the commentary footage so that they both end at the exact same time. I do notice that my gaming commentary is a little bit too big, so I'm going to scale it down and put it back in the corner. Next, we're ready to move on to the second clip. We're going to scrub to the end of our timeline, and we're going to bring in our second video. So we're going to click on Media and find the folder where our second video is located, and we're going to bring that in. Next, we're going to do the exact same thing we did for the first video. We're going to find the beginning point and the end point, and we're going to trim. So now we're going to choose our transition. There's a lot of different options you have, but one that I really like to use is called Color Tiles, and it's located in the Picture-in-Picture folder. Great, so now we're going to trim our video in so it ends during the transition, and we're going to make sure the out animation is on fade. Next, we're going to bring in our second commentary video. Whether you want to record it through the app or bring in a pre-recorded one is up to you. Once it's in, we're going to do the exact same thing we did for the first one. We're going to crop our video so it looks perfect. We can add our masks and our feathering. We're going to lower the scale so it's a bit smaller. Now I'm going to do my trimming, make sure it starts at the exact point that I want it to, and that it matches with my gameplay footage. Now I'm going to position it in the corner like the other video. And we're going to make sure that our second video fades in as well. And now we can hit play and see what it looks like so far. Boom, that's a kill for us. There we go. And boom. No. Reloading. I noticed that the gunshots and the gaming footage is a little too loud, so we're going to click on it and click on the audio icon and lower that audio to about 75%. And we're going to go back and lower the audio of the first gaming footage as well. Now we're ready to bring in our third clip. You're going to choose the folder where it's located and bring it in. Now once again, we're just going to scrub through, find the perfect beginning and end, and we're going to trim. Now we're going to choose a transition. This time I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to choose a different one. We're going to choose split screen. And just like the first one, I want my second commentary video to fade out during the transition. So I'm going to trim it. And I'm going to make sure that the out animation is on fade. Now we're ready to bring in our third commentary video. Again, you can record it straight through the app, or you can bring in the file if you already have it recorded. Now that it's in, we're going to do the exact same thing. First I'm going to crop, do my feathering, positioning, scaling, and now I'm going to trim it so that it starts exactly where I want it to start. And now that it's all lined up, I'm going to make sure that all three of my commentary videos look around the same size. And we can watch it one final time. And there you go. That's how you can create your own gaming video inside KineMaster.